Hello guys, in today's video I wanted to talk about Pokemon Legends CA and why I think this game could be a literal game changer for the Pokemon games, guys. At least for the spin-off games from Pokemon. But before I give you all the reasons for this statement, guys, let's check out the stats from its predecessor, Pokemon Legends Arceus. So Pokemon Legends Arceus came out in January 2022, already 3 years ago, man, I'm really getting old. But anyways, the game sold over 6.5 million copies in the first week, and by the end of 2023, the game sold almost 14 million copies, guys, which is insane for a spin-off game if you ask me. The game also got pretty strong reviews and has nice ratings. So we can safely say that the game was a success at the time. Now, the bricks are laid for a good next spin-off game in the style of Legends Arceus. And there we are, guys, 3 years later we get Pokemon Legends CA. Based in Kalos, the game has a huge potential to be a banger game in my opinion, and this is why. Now, before we go deep into the game, let me get something out the way. I don't want to complain about the graphics of the game or some other points that are obvious negative that every Pokemon fan knows. And I think that I can speak for every fan when I say that we all hate to hear people that hate their games just for the bad graphics, even though it's valid critique. Today, I want to focus on the good side the game could and should have in my opinion. So let's start with the region, guys. We are in Kalos, to be specific in Lumiose City. I'm sure everyone that played X and Y before knows how good the lore of this game is. You have the classic psychopath who wants to rule the world again. And you have your friends who try to stop this madman. And then you have an old spooky giant that talks with flowers, what the hell? You hear me right, guys. But don't get me wrong, this man makes the story so interesting, and with all this Pokemon World War theme, Legends CA has a perfect template in my opinion to build this story around the secrets of X and Y. I really hope that the game will have a lot of story to discover and takes a deep dive into this whole Pokemon War theme in connection with Zygarde, of course, because it's Legends CA. Another huge thing is Mega Evolution, guys, you already know. Arguably one of the best gimmick there is out there for Pokemon games. And they already released 2 pretty sick Megas by the time I'm writing the script right now. Mega Dragonite and Mega Victreebel. I love Mega Dragonite, it looks so cute and I will play it for sure in the game. But on the release day, it felt like it got some hate in the internet. But you have to see it this way, guys, for those who hate the Mega. Dragonite is a goofy, chubby dragon who looks innocent, so of course he won't look crazy intimidating when he Mega evolves. But what do you guys think about the Megas for now? I will talk about Victreebel later, but for now, let's talk about the starters. So in my opinion, such a strong pick, guys. You have Totodile, an absolute fan favorite. Tepig, a starter from the best generation in my opinion. And then you have Chikorita, guys. I know that many people dislike Chikorita a bit, because it's not too strong and everything, but I really love Chikorita, man, I'm so happy about it. And with those 3 options, I'm sure everyone will get a Mega Evolution. But this, guys, is a point where it's getting a bit of critical, because there are so many really cool fan-made Megas and crazy ideas that the expectations are really high. But don't get me wrong, guys, the expectations should be really high, because it's Pokemon, man, the biggest franchise there is. But still, I think no matter how the Megas will look, somebody will be disappointed. Okay, guys, so let me get to the point why I think this game could be so defining for the future of Pokemon games. Of course, Nintendo sees how much we love Megas and all the old generations and everything. And they know that many people love the new style from Legends Arceus. Maybe they will combine these 2 things together in the future and will make remakes of their previous games based on the Legends Arceus style. Because when we look at the last remakes they did, so Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond, the games weren't received that well in my opinion. The chibi style wasn't fitting and the vibe was just off, man. I can't really describe it. So I hope that the Gen 5 remakes will be in another style, and maybe even the Legends Arceus style. I would love to see just that. Okay, guys, so for my last point, I have a bit of a theory that I think won't be happening in the future, but I would still really love to see just that. And I think many of you guys would also want to see that. So guys, I'm sure you all saw the trailer for Mega Victreebel. But wait, that shit looked straight out of a horror game, man. How sick would it be if there was a horror themed Pokemon game with only like ghost, dark and psycho type Pokemon or something like this. The classic fighting mechanic from Pokemon mixed with the horror theme. I think this game would be such a banger, man. But we do have to remember, guys, that Pokémon is a kids game, and I think this kind of trailer is already more than enough for many kids out there to not want to play this game. But still, for more older fans, it would be very interesting. And just that is the point I wanted to make, guys. I think it is very important that Nintendo and Game Freak, of course, make their games fit for every target group they have. Of course, Pokemon is for kids and everything, but like everyone knows that nobody that played Pokemon in their childhood suddenly stopped enjoying the game after they turned 13. So even if it just includes hard modes in their games or little tweaks that make the game fitting for everybody, this would be a really strong improvement in my opinion already. But guys, what is your opinion about this? Please tell me in the comments, I would love to hear what you have to say, guys. A huge thank you goes out for all of you who watched this video until here. So guys, this is just my opinion and we will see what the future brings for us. But until then, let's enjoy the Pokemon games and hype us together up for all the new games that await us. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.